welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a straight to YouTube video, bypassing any more of those live stories, trying to get rid of any of the kinks that I've been having in some of these videos lately. So let me know what you think after this video. Give me a like, maybe even hit subscribe. Today I've been asked to do a little bit more of the combination type yoga class. So today we're going to be focusing on stretching and strengthening. All you'll need is a yoga mat. I have one prop today, so I'll be using my block. You guys feel free to take anything that you have around the house, whether it be a pillow, rolled up blanket, or maybe you've got some of those extra shipping boxes lying around the house. We'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start today in a wide knee child's pose. So separate the knees about mat width, big toes touching in the back. Just start to walk your hands forward so that you can fold completely in between the thighs. Forehead will rest on the mat, and you can just let your arms settle down into the floor. And from here, let's just start to come into our breath, breathing in through the nose, out of the mouth. Settle the hips nice and heavy back towards the heels, and just let your body relax. We'll take a couple more breaths like that. Going a little bit deeper with each exhale. Body gets a bit heavier. And we'll start to come into our Ujjayi breath now, breathing in through the nose, out of the nose. And let's try to take this really slow. And staying in your child's pose, we'll go ahead, start to activate, just reaching the fingers forward, elbows start to lift away from the mat. Shoulders will roll down and you'll hollow out the armpits. Press down into the palms to press your hips back. And we'll do one more here together. On your next inhale, press yourself up into a tabletop position. So narrowing the knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers really wide. Come into a neutral spine first with your tailbone tucked and your stomach muscles drawing in slightly. From here, inhale, lift your gaze, drop the stomach muscles, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, really round through the spine as you press the mat away. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Warming up the spine. We've got one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to that neutral spine. And then extend your right arm forward. Your palm will face the left. Extend the left leg back and kick through the heel. You want to try to lift your arm and your leg up in line with the spine here, drawing the stomach muscles in. Take one deep breath in, reach out. And then as you exhale, I want you to reach back behind you and grab for the pinky edge of your left foot. From here, try to keep your chest squared to the mat and start to kick into the hand. So your hand starts to lift up, away, further from the back. Pull those stomach muscles in. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. One more here. Nice and strong as you kick up. Inhale, everything reaches out nice and long once again. Exhale, slow, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen, kick through the heel. Exhale, draw it back in. Nice and tight. Inhale, extend. 2 more. Last one. Inhale to extend. Exhale, settle everything back to the neutral spine tabletop. Wiggle the hips out. And let's move into the other side. Left arm reaches forward, palm faces the right. Kick back through the right heel, nice and long. Breathe in. Breathe out, reach back for the pinky edge of your right foot. From here, inhale, start to kick into the hand, lifting up nice and slow. Couple more breaths. Last round. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, long. Exhale, draw it together. Use the entire exhale to get here. Inhale, out. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, settle it back down, tabletop. Shift the hips back and forth. Keep spreading the fingers really wide. Now tuck the toes and we'll press back up into a down dog. And let's just pedal the legs out here. We'll take a few breaths to get situated. Focus on sending your breath to the back body here. Really trying to open everything up. And start to pull those stomach muscles in as you press through the palms, and then just move your weight towards the back of the mat. Inner thighs will start to spin up towards the ceiling, and your gaze will shift toward your shins or your knees. Let's take one more breath in and out. Inhale, slow, come up onto the balls of the feet and roll forward, finding your high plank. Land here for the exhale. Stay for that inhale. Exhale, press it back to your down dog. Inhale, roll it forward, high plank, nice and strong, squeeze the core. And then just lift your left leg up to a hover. Carefully step it back down, right leg comes up to hover. Step that down, press it back to down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank, nice and strong. Exhale, extend the right arm forward. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, press it down. Go ahead, extend forward. Plant it down, press it back. Here we go. Inhale, flow forward. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Step it back. Left knee, left elbow. Step it back. Down dog. This time, inhale your right leg up, point the toes, and then start to draw your right knee over towards your left elbow, keeping the chest squared. Nice and slow, lift it back and up. Tap the toe down. Left leg reaches up, keep those hips squared. Nice and slow, left knee towards the right elbow. Inhale it back and up. Go ahead, plant it down. Take one deep breath in. And one out. Inhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees a ton, and then just step up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, let everything go. Inhale, rise up nice and tall, palms meet high over your head. Exhale, hands to heart. Release the arms along the sides. And from here, I just want you to take 2 really deep rounds of breath. Standing up super tall, softening the shoulders. One more. Inhale, swing those arms up, giant stretch through the side body. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step your right leg back, then your left leg back. Take a deep breath in. And then breathe out. Nice and strong, squeeze the core. Inhale, rotate forward. Exhale, tap your knees down, untuck the toes, lower yourself completely to the mat. Keep the hands where they are, elbows are pointing back. Press down through the tops of the feet, lift the kneecaps, press into the hands, lift the head and chest. Your gaze will be down at the front edge of your mat. Draw the stomach muscles in, take a breath in. Take a breath out, pull those shoulder blades back and start to squeeze the spine a little bit here, really opening up the chest. One more breath in. And then nice and slow, lower your chin to the mat. We'll press it up into a tabletop, shift straight back into a closed-kneed child's pose. One breath in. And one breath out. Inhale, press yourself back up into a neutral spine tabletop. Spread those fingers, tuck the toes, down dog. We'll take 4 rounds of breath here, nice and slow, really filling the lungs with as much oxygen as you can. Draw the navel as close to the spine as you can get it, and then just shift the hips up and back a little bit more. One more breath, try to soften the shoulders. Inhale, lift up high onto the toes, glance forward. Exhale, bend your knees a ton, step your right foot forward, then your left foot forward. Big toes touching, heels spaced. Inhale, flat back, either fingertips on the mat or hands on the shins. Just roll your shoulders back, draw the stomach in, and then release. Inhale, swing those arms up nice and high, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Release. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down, step your left foot to the back of the mat, followed by your right. You're in a high plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here in this high plank. Keep squeezing everything really strong. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, nice and slow, all the way to the mat with your elbows facing the back mat. And as soon as you come all the way down, untuck the toes, walk the hands back to frame the rib cage. Keep those elbows pointing up. Press down into the tops of the feet, lift the knees. Press into the palms, lift your chest completely, roll the shoulder blades back to open up through the chest. Gaze over your right shoulder, and then gaze over your left shoulder. Let's do that again. Gaze over the right shoulder, keep those knees lifted, and gaze over the left shoulder. Come back to center. From here, press into the palms a little bit harder, start to lift the hips high, turn over the toes, and come into a down dog. 2 breaths here. Maybe you want to walk the legs out, or maybe it's just finding a little bit more stillness. Inhale, your right leg moves up nice and high, point the toes. Exhale, your knee draws in towards your nose. Now look between the hands, step your right foot down, right by your right thumb, tap your left knee down, untuck those back toes. Inhale, walk your hands up your thigh, and just start to press your hips forward and down as you lengthen through the spine and find a little bit more length through the side body here. And from here, if you feel comfortable and stable, you want to extend your arms all the way up, maybe coming into a bit of a back bend. Just really reach high, trying not to drop the weight too much into the feet here. You want to be lifting and lengthening. Nice and slow. Hands will come back down towards the mat. Frame your front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step back into a high plank. Breath in. Down dog, breath out. Other side, left leg reaches high. Exhale, knee to nose. Let's go ahead and step the foot forward and tap the right knee down. Untuck those back toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to the top of the left thigh. Press those hips forward, press the knee away from you. And then if you did it on the other side, maybe you want to extend your arms up, look up between the palms, and start to move your thumbs towards the back of the mat. Breathe in, get long, and breathe out. Stomach pulls in. One more breath in. Exhale, palms go down. Tuck those back toes, lift the back knee, step back to a high plank. Breath in, down dog, breath out. We'll take 4 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, lift up onto the toes, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees nice and slow. Step your left foot up in between the hands, followed by your right foot. Big toes touch. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Nice and heavy through the crown of the head. Inhale, swing those arms high, palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart. Release. Let's take 2 breaths here. Standing in our mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms high, interlace the fingers together, release the index finger. Stand up nice and tall, really reach up, soften the shoulders, and then just exhale, start to stretch over to the right. Focusing the breath down the left side of the body as you look underneath the left armpit. Breath in. Breath out. Squeeze those stomach muscles in. Stretch a little bit further towards the right. Let's do 1 more. Inhale slowly back up to center. Exhale left. Breath in. And breath out. 1 more, nice and slow. Inhale all the way back up to center. Separate the palms, reach the arms high. Sit nice and low. Come into your chair pose. Arms are alongside the head. Tailbone is tucking under as you draw the navel up and in. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, sit a little bit lower. Sit back into the heels, maybe lift the toes. Breath in. Exhale, palms together, lower them in front of your heart, straighten the legs, and fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms down, step back to a high plank. Stay here, breath in. Squeeze the core on the breath out. Really strengthen the body here. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, nice and slow, lower halfway. Elbows end at 90 degrees, land here. Inhale, come into an up dog, so your thighs are lifted, shoulders are rolling back, gaze is forward. Exhale, down dog. Okay, from your down dog, inhale, right leg reaches up, point those toes, draw the stomach in. Exhale, knee to nose, glide forward. Step your foot in between the hands. And then just lower your back heel so that your back foot is slightly angled up towards the front of the mat. Use your stomach muscles. Ride all the way up into a warrior 1. 1 breath in, reach up. Exhale, palms down, step back to high plank. Holding here, 2 rounds of breath. Again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway and stop. Inhale, pull your chest up and through. Exhale, down dog. Heavy those heels, hips are high. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, nice and slow. Shift your weight forward. Step your foot in between the hands. Lower that back heel, warrior one. Reach up, breath in. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Stay for 2 breaths. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We've got 5 breaths here in our down dog today. So again, focusing the breath through the back body. Really open up the hamstrings. Feel that spinal stretch. If you want to shift from side to side, just get as much of a stretch as you can while you're here. Inhale, lift those heels super high. Exhale, bend the knees a ton and just make your way up to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold and release. Inhale, chair. Sit your hips low. Reach your arms high. Sit back and towards the heels. 1 breath in. Breath out, get low. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms meet. Lower them in front of your heart. Release the arms along the sides. 2 breaths here. We're starting with a clean slate before we come into the next round. Inhale, reach those arms high. Keep the arms activated. Sit down and back. Nice and low here. Breath in and breath out. 2 more breaths here. Keep drawing those stomach muscles in tight. Keep softening the shoulders down away from the ears. 1 more breath. Hands together, lower them in front of your heart. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flatten out the back. Exhale, hands down, high plank. 2 breaths. 1 more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, knee to nose. Let's step that right foot down in between the hands, and this time you'll stay high on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, reach up into a crescent lunge. Ooh, I almost lost it there. Reach the hands high. Get really low. Make sure that that front knee is stacked on top of the right ankle and your back heel is really high. So it's like you're trying to pull the mat out from underneath you with the ball of the left foot. Keep reaching up. Inhale, reach a bit higher. Exhale, runner's lunge. Arms reach back along the sides as the crown of the head now starts to reach forward. Draw those stomach muscles in and shift your right hip back as you roll the left hip forward. 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Inhale, back up into a crescent lunge. Really reach through the arms. Exhale, runner's lunge. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, bring it up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, warrior 2. So now you just open up to the left side of your mat. Arms reach out nice and wide. And your gaze is going to shift over your right middle finger. Again, you want to get really low through the front thigh here. And you're pressing down through the knife edge of your left foot. So just look back, make sure that that foot is about 90 degrees. And then get a little bit lower. Let's take 2 more breaths here. For From here, you'll just shift the palms to face forward. Nice and slow, lower the outside of the right arm to the inside of the right leg and reach your left arm really high as you look up. 4 breaths. Stay super strong here as you keep lifting up through that top hand. Draw those stomach muscles in and then just rotate your chest open. Last breath. Inhale back up into your warrior 2. Bring the hands together in front of your heart, straighten your front leg, and turn both toes on both feet to face out as you'll lower down nice and low. Thumbs connecting at the heart space. Let's get really low here, like you're coming into a goddess squat. Maybe you want to go ahead, stretch that out. Shifting from side to side. Just keep lifting up through the chest and tucking the tailbone under. We've got 2 more breaths here. Breathing nice and deep. Nice and slow. You'll shift now to face the front of the mat. Arms are going to reach straight out in front of you. Ears come in between the biceps. And I want you to just launch forward. Here, let me step it back so you guys can see me. I want you guys to launch forward into a warrior 3. So kicking back through that left heel, reaching the hands forward. Breath in. Breath out. Really reach and kick back. Draw those stomach muscles in. Pull up out of the right hip and rotate your left hip down. 1 more breath in. And 1 more out. Inhale, your arms reach up. Left knee comes in towards the chest. Exhale, right hand to the top of the left shin. Left arm reaches back. Breath in. Breath out. Maybe twist to look back at your left hand. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Inhale, both arms sweep up. Exhale, big toes touch. Hands come together overhead. Lower them in front of your heart and release along the sides. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, bring the arms high. Exhale, sit it low, coming back into your chair pose. Couple rounds of breath here. Let's go ahead and make sure we're pulling that stomach in and tucking that tailbone under. Last breath, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Stay here 2 breaths. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot reaches high, breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot in between the hands. Here we go, crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, get low. And continue to reach high here as you get a little bit lower with each breath. Inhale, reach up a bit more. Exhale, reach those arms back for the runner's lunge. Rotate the shoulders open, pull the pinkies close in towards the side body as you reach the hands back. Inhale, bring it high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, up into crescent. Exhale, open up to your warrior 2. Keep reaching out really wide and get a little bit lower, creating a 90-degree angle with the front knee. Just 2 more breaths here. Soften the muscles through the face. Last breath. Turn those palms to face out to the side, and then lower the outside of the left arm to the inside of the left leg as you reach high with the right arm. Turn to look up. Keep breathing here. Two more breaths. Inhale back into your warrior two. Hands come in together in front of the heart. Straighten your left leg. Turn to face the side of the mat. Toes pointing out. With the hands together at the heart space, you'll lower back down into a goddess. Couple rounds of breath again. You don't have to be still here. You can find a movement that works best for you. Just stay low. Keep lifting up through the heart. One more breath. Inhale, face forward, coming into a lunge. Arms now reach towards the front of the mat. And then from here, you'll nice and carefully press into your warrior three. Reach those arms forward, kick back through the right heel. There's a micro bend here in the standing leg. It's gonna act as your shock. And I want you to keep reaching out in both directions. Breathe in and breathe out. One more. Nice and slow, reach the arms high, pull the knee up in towards the chest. Exhale, left hand to the top of the right shin, right arm reaches back. Flex the right foot, breath in, stand tall. Exhale, start to look back. Couple breaths. And try to draw those stomach muscles in so you can twist through the spine. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, big toes touch, palms meet. Lower them in front of your heart. And then go ahead, soften the arms along the sides. Let's go ahead, separate the feet hip width. From here, just bring your hands onto your hips. Stand up nice and tall, breathe in. Exhale, fold, pulling the stomach muscles in and landing with a flat back. Take another breath in. Reach the crown of the head a little bit more towards the front of the mat. Exhale, fold completely, releasing the arms out nice and long towards the ground. And you want to keep a little bit of a bend here through the knees. Taking the peace fingers, wrapping them to the insides of your big toes, and just taking the thumbs and pressing them down into your big toenail. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you like here. Elbows go nice and wide. Crown of the head is super heavy, so chin to chest. And from here, you breathe in, maybe get a little bit longer through the legs as you start to straighten them out. Exhale, just folding forward a bit more as you draw the stomach in. Continue just like this. Finding more space to fold into the longer you're here. One more. Inhale, lift up, find a flat back. Bend the knees a lot. And then just slide your palms underneath your feet. Palms facing up, toes touching your wrist creases here. So now the elbows are facing the shins. I want you to inhale, start to straighten the legs. Look forward. Exhale, maybe bend the knees and bring the elbows towards the shins as you tuck the chin towards the chest. Breath in and breath out. Start to straighten the legs. Draw those stomach muscles in and fold. 3 more. Inhale, lift your chest up, release the hands out in front. And then just exhale, fold over the thighs, bending your knees as much as you like. Maybe shift the hips from side to side. And nice and slow, inhale, unravel, come all the way up to stand. Draw the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, round them open, palms face out. So let's go ahead, separate the feet a little bit wider here. Toes facing out. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, breathe in. Exhale, nice and slow. You start to sit back down towards the ground. Knees are really wide. And then just start to pull the thumbs in towards the chest a little bit more, using the elbows to open the knees super wide. So it looks like this from the front. I want you to sit down a little bit heavier as you lift the chest up into the thumbs. Tuck your chin. And we'll take a few rounds of breath here. And this is a really, really deep hip opening stretch. So utilizing the breath to soften those muscles, go a little bit deeper. When you're ready to come out of this, your hands will come down behind you. You'll settle your hips down towards the mat and bring your shins to face the ceiling. Grab onto the hamstrings here and start to pull your chest up in towards your thighs. Option to stay here, keep lifting through the chest, drawing the stomach in, or release so that the arms are out, palms face up. We'll take 3 breaths wherever you are. Inhale nice and long, your body comes to a hover. Exhale, pull it back up. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale nice and long. Keep your legs hovering and go ahead and just flutter them back and forth for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, lower completely down onto the ground. I want you to walk your feet in here, nice and close to the bum so you can touch the heels. Arms go along the sides, palms facing down. Let's start to stretch out the core now. Press into the palms and the feet. Inhale, lift the hips nice and high. And start to roll the shoulders underneath you. As you draw the thighs towards one another, you lift up a bit higher through the center of your chest. Gaze goes back. 3 breaths here. Carefully, lowering the hips 1 vertebrae at a time. Come all the way down onto your back. Separate the feet really wide and just allow the knees to cave in. Take your right hand to your low belly, left hand towards your heart space, and then just relax. 3 breaths. Go ahead, bring your arms along the sides once again. Walk the feet back into the starting position. And now here's where you may want to use that prop. So I'm going to be doing a restorative bridge here. Just taking the block, lifting my hips up, and then settling the prop underneath at whatever height you're comfortable with, making sure that you're completely supported. Your tailbone is barely hanging off the edge here. And once you feel comfortable, you can once again bring your arms out to the sides, palms down or up, either staying here where you are or feeling that freedom to stretch the legs out really long. From here, you'll want to soften all the muscles through the core, the hips, and then all those muscles that are protecting the spine. I want you to just let everything go really soft as you start to breathe into the stretch, moving from the thighs into the psoas, and really opening up the chest. And close down the eyes. Take a few really relaxing breaths here. In through the nose, out of the nose. And And just letting the back body get a little bit heavier with each exhale. Now, if this feels really good and you just want to stay here extra long today, just pause this video, stay here. For everyone else, we'll start to move on, walking the feet back in, and then lifting the hips up, remove your prop, slowly lowering the spine to the mat. Take the soles of the feet together, knees fall wide. Arms are going to reach over the head, and just grab for opposite elbows if that feels good. And release the arms. You can use the hands to press your thighs back up towards one another. Right leg now wraps over top of the left thigh. From here, reach the arms out, palms facing down. Lift the hips up, move them over towards the right. Drop both knees over towards the left. And take your left hand, place it on top of the right thigh. As you reach out, rotate your right shoulder down with your palm facing down. Gaze right. I want you to breathe into the spine here. Allowing that separation of muscle to take place. Try to soften both shoulders down into the ground. Take one more breath here. And staying exactly where you are, just flipping your right palm to face up. 3 breaths here. Continue to press that right shoulder blade down in through the mat. Slow, bring your gaze back to center. Both knees will shift back up towards the middle. And then just lower your right foot evenly onto the mat. Extend both arms out really wide. Turn the palms to face down. Left leg reaches up and wraps over the right thigh. Hips lift up, slide them over to the left a couple inches. Both knees will drop right. Nice and slow. Lower your left shoulder to the ground as you look left, both palms facing down. Couple breaths. And shift that left palm now to face up. Still pressing down through the left shoulder. Gazing hard left. Feel that space open up through the right side of your neck here. One more breath. Both arms extend out. Both knees back up towards the middle. Unravel. Plant both feet down. And once you get your spine neutral right into the center of your mat, I want you to tuck your tailbone under like you're trying to scoop up through your pelvis and start to pull both knees towards your armpits. Then flex both feet. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Keep them flexed. Reach both arms to the insides of the thighs. Keep them there, but now reach the hands to the outside edges of your feet, the pinky edge. Start to draw the knees down closer towards the mat alongside your body as you press up through the heels, and then start to draw the feet down. So there's a lot of pressure here in through the hands. As the feet are lifting the hands away, the hands are pushing the feet down. Let's tuck the chin towards the chest so the entire spine is flat on the mat. Option to stay here or rock it out, maybe tapping the knees to the sides of the mat, giving your back a much needed massage here. And eventually landing back flat on the mat. You'll release the grip and just extend the legs out nice and long. Come into your Shavasana. Arms along the sides, palms facing up. And just like you did in your bridge, I want you to lift your chest up a bit, roll the shoulders slightly underneath you. And then from here, start to land. Toes fall heavy out wide to the sides. And you start to come back to your normal state of breath, whatever that is. Finding a moment of stillness here for yourself. Quiet the mind and just be. Please join me. Just bring your hands together right at the third eye. Thumbs attached to the forehead. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Please feel free to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you like.